Hey, what's up? It's finally Friday. We're going through the market, see what's going on this morning. It looks like gold was up slightly yesterday. Then gold just got a crazy amount this morning. XLE is flipping this morning. Looks like yesterday was mixed. Cyclicals are leading with pre-market confirming and mostly thin volume across the board on any of the sectors that are flipping, which is interesting there. The way that I'm reading that this morning, let's see. So we have the NFPs coming out in about 30 minutes. So what I see here is the gold dovish breakout ripping again. So gold 4.3%, while oil is rebidding overnight. The Iran hardened Hormuz terms. So I'm reading this as the reopening is kind of fading, and XLE bouncing 1.5 with VIX at 15. So it's like a dovish, so it's not a scare. So what we're doing this morning is we're going to see how the labor data comes in, and we're going to see if we're going to get a dovish relief or a growth scare. So we're going to be watching the VIX, seeing how the bonds are being bid out, and we'll just see if how they print. Everyone is expecting soft labor data. We'll see if the NFP confirms that. This morning, we're just kind of sitting and waiting. We had some interesting stuff come through here. Let's see. So the British pound US dollar seems to be consolidating ahead of this US data dump, real close to that July 15th level. We got stopped out on the USDJPY position. The wage data is definitely going to trigger something. So there's going to be some movement there. Still looks heavy, so we'll see what happens. And then Euro USD is just kind of waiting around. So the currencies across the board, everybody's just waiting until 8:30. I posted an interesting supply demand video yesterday, so definitely check that out on my YouTube channel. And then looks like Australia, we were watching AUDUSD yesterday. That seems to be picking a bit up on that. So that's pretty interesting. Our line in the sand on XLE, price got really close to it. Now we're just kind of consolidating. And then we got into ITA recently. I forget, probably 242. So price got bid up on high volume. Pre-market's kind of floating around that July level. So we're going to see how the NFPs affect that this morning. Let's go through our positions and see how they're doing. We had a consolidator confirmation yesterday on, what ticker is this? RVMD. So it really just bid on a low volume and decisive candle, and pre-market's up a little bit, so we'll see. Okay. IEFA, we've been watching this for a while. If you've been following me on Twitter, this is a very good consolidation play. We had lower volume breaking out, but we'll see. And then higher volume pullback yesterday. So we're going to see where this goes. We have the stop at that consolidation line, so we'll see. ANF, this is our pure chart play. We have a small position in it. And it's basically the same amount of volume. So now it looks like we're just going to start consolidating. Stop loss remains. AER. This was before my new system where I'm waiting for better confirmation. We're going to just continue this. We have a stop slightly above the 200-day or 20 within that range, within the previous area. Looks like pre-market's testing the double top there. So what kind of candle do we have here? So it's just a lower volume indecisive candle. Where's pre-market up? Pre-market's up slightly, testing double top high. Stop loss remains. Got into plus. Getting close to our stop. That's low volume. Remains. Where is the? Oh, I knew this. We got. What is this? Our entry was 97. Yeah, we'll see where this goes. FSLY. It's a high volume upthrust, and it's up pre-market. We have the stop where it should be. Stop loss remains. Path. High volume, but it still is not higher than the previous day. Gonna keep that where it's at. Pre-market up slightly. Okay. This was a high tight for Bank of America. And that was just a low volume pullback there. And I think this should stay where it's at. Okay. Eco's seen some big movement, and it's higher volume on that bearish move. This is an interesting position. We're up a little bit. So yesterday was a high volume candle, down slightly. Stop loss remains where it's at until we see where this goes. Yeah. We'll have to keep the price stop loss where it's at until we see an actual pullback there. This is just drifting on lower volume. I think that's below the 20-day, right? No, it's just that. It's just above it. There you go. Okay, IQLT. I think I had a dream about this last night. Low volume pullback. Okay. Conservative price. 51. So we've already beat our conservative price target. 51. We're at break even. Okay. EPOL. EPOL's up, down. Oh, it's up. So lower volume. So I'm looking at, and then we have a stop way above the 20-day, but that's because that's where the previous range was before the breakout. We've hit our target. We're going to give this some room. This looks to be going higher. Low volume rise. Alright, man. This is, we're just consolidating on this now. Higher volume push with a higher there. Okay. Stop loss remains. IDT. Where's this guy at? So it's just low volume. Upthrust. 20 days rising. We'll move this to break even. We'll move it just a little bit, just underneath. IDT. Okay, and then bark, which we should have waited for confirmation on this. This was a previous strategy that I ran, so we're just kind of seeing where this goes. The consolidation on this is pretty interesting, so we'll see where that goes. Let's look at the runs this morning. And let's see, we have a pull flag breakout. Power trend. Back to one leadership filter. That's interesting. Okay. Johnson's been in a consolidation for a while. Did that rise out on high volume? I don't know. Basically pushing out on moderate volume there. Let's go through some of the tickers. Novo is getting hammered. We need to just stop looking at all Costco and Walmart, because cyclicals are not going to get a bid in this market, or Walmart's not going to get a bid in this market for sure. Microsoft just continues to go up. Google's seen a low volume pullback here. This might be it. We'll see. I might get into Google. We'll see. This is a very nice low volume pullback on top of the 20-day. Might throw some money at that. PK's finally selling off. We've watched these resorts get bids for a while. CVS is further down, but earnings was great. Yep, revenues rose, cash flow guidance raised. They're getting sold off. I might look at this. Oh, the weekly. Look at that. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I might throw some tokens at that guy, because CVS is good. That's what it was. Interesting. What is this? 11.25. $25, and then when is this? February of 2022. I like putting them in the middle, baby. All right, that's pretty interesting. Yeah, you might be able to ride this up for potential pullback, but I don't expect this to hit the February 22 levels anytime soon. It's still high volume. Yeah, we're gonna look at that. PLAT. I need to just remove this. I'm tired of looking at that. Best Buy rolled over. Goodbye. And then FTNT. PTNG. Tired of that. Gold's getting bid up. Easy money. EPOL. EUFN. I found myself in a bunch of ETFs apparently. Futures are up. Visa. Oh, this is interesting. Yeah. So we're watching Visa on this June level. Yeah. I'm gonna remove that. Bank of America got low volume on that. Geo. Okay, we've been watching Geo. Had good earnings. We're watching this May 25 level to see what happens. Reddit is done. I don't want to look at that anymore. BMY, classic low volume pullback here. And then they had crazy good earnings. Yeah, we might do a pullback on that. Just throw it in there, because you can see the lows there. All right, path. We got into path. Yeah, FSLY still looks good. I mean, low volume upthrust into that May 7th level. We'll see. US. Okay. We've been watching this FXY. I wanted to chase it. I'm glad I did not. We're basically watching for a 56.5, 57 level. We're calling that the cash zone. Okay, I need to get off here. CDW, crazy price action. Okay, so I'm going to be watching the non-farm payroll, see how that looks this morning. I'll post it on Twitter, and then we'll probably be looking at Google, CVS, BMY for some pullback action, and then I'll be posting some stuff on Twitter later.